Oh, you're live.
We've been having some technical issues, but we're just going to make sure that you guys can hear me now. And if you can, then we'll get started. So let me know in the chat if you guys can hear me. That's positive. The YouTube says it's live. We're good? Okay, you want to shut that door there? Okay, hello, friends. That was kind of awkward. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to get Amanda in the screen. Hi, Amanda.
Hi.
Okay, so we're gonna start this off like super traditional. I'm gonna show you my hair, and it is a mess. I forgot to get a haircut before a kind of a little vacation, and here I am now. So Amanda,
Let's do it.
how's it going?
Good.
Cool.
You do need a haircut desperately here.
Yeah. Okay, so quick question for you, Amanda. What's your earliest memory of me? Because we go back a little bit.
We do go back a ways. I would say you came into my shop, an old shop that I had, not the one next door, and you asked me for a haircut. Probably, I'm thinking 2012.
2012.
Yeah.
That is freaking cool because that is my earliest memory of you. And we're going to start off this episode right away. Do you know what we're doing? I think we're doing a 3.
Yeah, we're going to.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so I think, yeah. So we're going to start off this episode with a cliffhanger, and it's going to be a juicy one because it's February 14th. It's Valentine's Day, and I'm going to turn this into a kind of romantic episode. Back when Amanda is mentioning is my earliest memory of Amanda, and what Amanda doesn't know is when I got my haircut that day, I went home and I wrote a proposal to Amanda.
it was that good of a haircut?
Yeah, I wrote a proposal. I'm going to finish up this story, but I've rewritten the proposal. And at the end of this episode, I'm going to propose something to Amanda. And this would probably be a good time to give a shout out to my lovely wife, Monica.
That is a good time.
And
Hi, Monica.
And if Amanda's husband is listening, please don't kill me yet. Let's get to the end of this. So, yeah, stay tuned to the end for the proposal. And show some love in the comments. If you know what it is, don't be telling. All right. So we're here, Cut Candid. We're just going to be talking. Amanda and I are going to catch up a little bit, talk about Flipped.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so talk to me about Flipped. Anyways, last time I left you off, I watched a TikTok of you. A few TikToks. You were doing some demos to the house. Tell me about what's going on with that.
Yeah. So I'm just going to start from the top, like where we're at right now in terms of how we bought this house, who's been involved in the process. So starting from the top, when you buy a house, you're going to use a lawyer. So super thankful for Middlebrough and Stevens, John Middlebrough and their team for stepping up. They actually provided the services to close on the transaction as a pro bono. So super early adopter to the process. We're really thankful for John Middlebrough. And it's kind of a worthwhile mention right now to say that Joanne Horton from Horton & Horton has stepped up in a very unique capacity. I kind of have to leave it there, but she is hopefully going to be involved in Flipped Grey Bruce in a very unique way coming up shortly. So Joanne Horton, love that lady. She is an excellent businesswoman and real estate lawyer. So after the lawyers had closed on the deal, we did our formal inspections. And so we had Jim Elliott come out, kind of do the inside of the house. We had Peter Lebeach come out with home inspection right away, and he did our septic inspection. He sized it. Something interesting in Georgian Bluffs, if you guys are from around here, they kind of lost the septic records at some point. And so they didn't have any records of the septic for this house. And the workaround is to have a septic company or a septic company who's a licensed septic company, installer, come out and size it. So he sized our septic, and it is all good news because it's kind of on the large size of a medium size septic, and we could do everything we planned on doing with the property. So then we also had Andy Carter come out, and there was an old brick chimney that had a wood stove, and Andy Carter kind of just gave us an update on the condition and what we need to do. So that was the beginning. We had our realtor day. If you guys saw that, the launch trailer, that was more or less based on our realtor day, our first event where our team went in and we kind of took some stuff apart. We didn't do any major demolition. We have to save that for.
That was fun though to watch. I did see all that. It was very cool to see.
Yeah, it was, and Matt did such a good job on the edit on that video.
Mm-hmm.
So bin there, dump that. They provided us with a bin for some of the waste that we'll have. We're trying to reduce waste, so the bin's relatively empty right now, but we do have some garbage. So that was kind of where we left off, and Monica and I and the kids got away for a little vacation, and some magic happened at the house. So last two like super notable mentions are Murphy Construction and Ken Phillip Climate Care. So huge shout out to Chris Phillip at Ken Phillips. He was definitely my most earliest adopter, and the one who saw the vision of the project to the point where he put his best foot forward. He, while we were away, he installed a next generation Lennox hybrid furnace. So it went from being an electric furnace to a natural gas heat exchanger with air filtration. So really cool unit. I can't wait to show you guys when we start playing the series. But what's interesting about being kind of a general contractor or doing a big renovation like this is there's a lot of balls in the air all the time. And so Murphy Construction, we have some business history there, and they're friends of the brokerage, and they really offered really early in the project not only to have I guess like a feature product in this flip, but to be a real support for the project. So they have their own in-house electricians and plumbers, and they have a whole new construction business. So they were able to come in like really early on and move some plumbing around and really set the stage for for Ken Phillip to come in and do their duct work. So that's kind of the people who are actively involved so far, and we're shaking a lot of hands in the community. I don't know, just elsewhere kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a really neat idea. So everything goes to charity.
Yeah, we're doing all this for the good feels and help those in our community. There's so many good charities.
That is great.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, so
tidy this up like normal, yes?
Yeah, I think it's looking good. One thing that like Amanda and I are like notorious for is having really fast, short haircuts. And I think I learned early in my haircutting career, first of all, I've cut my hair once or twice myself, and any haircut is better than doing it yourself for me. Yes. So what I learned is with my curly hair, just cut. I never want to overcut because it kind of shrinks down. But I learned that if you don't tell the barber or the hairstylist to stop, and you don't have a confidence, they just keep on going and going and going until it's like too short. It's like, and they're like, we didn't really get that, communication from you.
You're talking too much. And that's exactly what happens.
So at some point we look at each other and we're like, yeah, looks good. And that's all. Clean it up on the sides, get rid of the jerry curls. So anyway, there's a couple more people involved right now. You guys are going to want to stay tuned on Monday. We're going to be doing another live update at 11:30. There'll be some graphics coming out for that, but we're going to be involving the European Bakery and P&K Caribbean Cuisine in a live update and doing something special in the community. So stay tuned for that. A couple other mentions for some of our partners. Avenue A, they've been a great partner since day one, providing our billboards and signage, and they're going to do a little bit of graphics on my truck for the duration of the project. So huge shout out to to Deb and Andrew and Mr. Love at Avenue A. Have one, Gabe. He's going to be coming on board soon. So thanks to Gabe and also Terry from Quick Print. He's doing up all of our posters and stuff. So really cool relationships with some of our media partners. And I thank you for them.
I was going to ask you though, what's the goal to make off of the house?
Okay, so this is kind of it's getting a little bit out of control. And if you're one of my team members here, you know what I'm talking about. Initially we buy this house for low 400,000s, and we think, hey, we're going to do a really good job. Maybe we'll be able to sell it for 7 or 8. Who knows, right? So, after all fees and stuff, maybe we're making $200,000 or $300,000, right? I think conservatively now, I'm banking on making somewhere on the low range of $1 to $2 million. $1 to $2 million is conservative, and so this is kind of like, this is probably coming a little premature for you guys, but you are the first to hear this. Victoria Day weekend, this is the main event. Friday, we're going to be having a yard sale. Saturday, we're going to be doing an auction of a lot of the contents in the house. So we're going to stage it really beautifully. And unfortunately, the new owner is not going to get all of the staging items. We're going to auction a lot of that off. And then, sometime around that period, we're going to sell the house, hopefully for, a lot of money to the right buyer. And, but here's where we went from raising a couple $100,000 to a couple $1,000,000. Okay. So that Friday, first to hear it right here, boys and girls, that Friday, we are going to host, I can't use the word Guinness World Records. Okay. So I'm not like trying to interfere by even using that title, but we're going to try to attempt to break some world records. And one of the world records we're going to try to break is the longest yard sale in the world. We have to beat 680 miles, and that's 1,200 kilometers ish. And we're going to do it. And that day, mark my words, we're going to raise like $1 to $2 million. All right. Largest yard sale in the world, the biggest community donation for a yard sale in the world. Come on, can we do that, Grey Bruce, with Sega Beach? We might have to get all the way down to Windsor, up to Midland or something like that. But that's in the books right now. Awesome. And yeah, that's the most of it. Are you getting close? Because maybe it's time for us to move into this kind of proposal that I want to make to you.
Let's hear it. Yeah.
You feeling good?
Uh-huh.
All right. Okay. So we got to have a little backstory because this is kind of romantic, like I said.
Yep.
Just moved to the area. My wife was pregnant with our 4th child, Michael. And of course, we moved here and she gave birth within like a month. Like, that's what we do. We move, we uproot our lives, go to a brand new area, have a baby inside the Owen Sound Hospital. I probably got my haircut around there. I probably want to look good for my first son. So I met you around the same time. The first person I knew moving to the area was a guy named Brady. And Brady gave me some audio tapes. And the only name that I can remember or name drop is like Jay Abraham. So if you know that name, you know exactly where I'm going with this. But these guys are these guys are like the Tony Robbins of the original day, where they got you into a funnel system out to these seminars and stuff like that. There's no internet. Like, these were the OGs of getting out there into the business world and making a lot of money. And they did this by helping businesses, or at least these seminars I was into, they did this by helping people make more money in their businesses. And so around that time, I get my haircut from Amanda, and my mind, if you know me, I just have ideas all the time. So I'm like, I'm going to try to exercise this newfound knowledge on Amanda. And so I go home and I write a business plan, a business proposal for Amanda. And if you know me, something else happened that day. So I write this and I'm like, oh, now I want to sell it to 100 or 1,000 other hairdressers or something. So I probably never went back to see Amanda. Fast forward, my new barber became my pastor's wife. Shout out to Katie. And, fast forward, we did some real estate with Amanda. She became our neighbors next door. And then here we are. It's like we have the same landlord. we support each other really well. We've developed a friendship amongst Amanda and our team here, our front desk, and a lot of our agents get their haircuts next door at Hermosa. And here I am again thinking, how can we like really help Amanda? And how can we like do something cool? And so I'm like, hey, what's this cut and candid thing we're doing? Like, are you the type of person who would sit here and actually listen to conversations like this? Do you think there's some conversations that would be like more interesting than others? So I said to Amanda, would you like to start a channel like Cut and Candid? And would you guys be interested in like supporting that and watching Amanda kind of like be an inspiration and have all these cool conversations? So that's what we're doing. Amanda, would you vow to be a business partner with me on this?
I would love to, Mike.
All right.
Thank
So
you.
that's the proposal. Throw some love down in the comments. And most importantly, we're going to do a couple things right now. So the first thing is we've already started the YouTube channel. Head over. It's maybe that symbol, Cut Candid. Cut Candid. Find us on YouTube. Cut and Candid. You'll see this cool retro kind of channel looking thing. This is going to be our first video on there eventually, along with a couple other videos when we go live in a few weeks. So head over to Cut and Candid, subscribe, and then keep an eye out for our Monday video. We're going live again. We're going to be hooking up with a few other agents. I think we have Katie and Alexa coming, and we're going to be doing something really, really cool in the community. You're really not going to want to miss that. And so thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you again on Cut and Candid.
Yeah.
All right. Take care.
Thanks.
I don't know how to stop this.
There we go.